welcome back to my channel. Thank you to my returning subscribers, and if you haven't already subscribed, then please do subscribe to this channel and you'll get more readings like this. So let's get into your reading and see where your energy is right now. So I have something new today. It's a new oracle deck called the Sacred Forest. So we're gonna just have a look and see where your energy is with these, and then I'm gonna get into the runes and the tarot cards. Okay, so just take a moment. You might just want to take a couple of deep breaths if you've had a busy day. If you're taking some time out now just to watch this video, then just take a moment, maybe close your eyes, take a couple of deep breaths. Then let's get into the moment, shall we? So I have already shuffled these, but I am going to just shuffle them again. I really love them. Like, look at the back of them. They're so cute. Let's see. Oh, that's the wrong way around. Hang on a sec. So let's just give these a good shuffle and see what we have. Oh, just throwing them everywhere. We have retreat on the one and protection on the other. So somebody may have retreated into protecting themselves right now. Maybe you're feeling the need to protect your energy at this time from what's going on around you. Stability was in the reverse there as well. So you're feeling a little bit insecure, I feel, in a particular area. Let's see what we have. Flexibility. Willow spirit. Oh, willow. So willow is the tree of emotion. It's the feminine, very feminine tree. And it's the kind of, especially that's what it's called, a weeping willow, you know. So it is the kind of space that if you spent time around a willow dryad, you know, the spirit of the willow. My drum is, the hoop is made out of willow, so it helps in emotional healing. So there may be an energy of you kind of cleansing through your system through tears. You know, you may be upset at this time, you may be crying. If so, then that is why the willow spirit is coming through on here. I'm going to just read what it says in the book. So we've got number 48 on there. So flexibility. This card encourages you to be flexible in your life. Be willing to bend and even to yield. There is power in doing this as a choice rather than a forfeit of your will. Even though there are times to stand strong, sometimes the greater valor is to go around a situation rather than face it head on. By being adaptable, you can succeed, whereas someone who is more rigid may not. In rough winds, a strong oak tree may break, while the willow can bend without snapping. Adjust to life rather than fight it. Surrender to the process. As the willow can weather storms, so you too can weather life challenges. There are many legends regarding the willow tree. It often has associations with gods and goddesses such as Hecate, Artemis, and Mercury. In ancient Athens, it was a practice of the priests of Asclepius, not sure if I said that right, to place willow branches in their temples in the belief that it would draw mystical healing. The willow was also sacred to poets, for the sound of the wind through the willow was thought to influence poetic expression. In Celtic traditions, the willow has always been known as a tree of dreaming, inspiration, and enchantment. So the spirit of the willow is saying, be flexible with your life, be willing to bend rather than break, be amenable to change, and you will flourish in wondrous ways. Okay, so there's an energy of change. Flexibility. We saw flexibility, didn't we? Oh no, this is the flexibility one. It was stability that was in the reverse, wasn't it? So something has made you feel not very stable, and maybe you pull back your energy to protect yourself, when actually what's being called upon here is to just allow the process, be flexible. I just had an image there of somebody swinging on like a rope swing, you know, one of those rope swings. Now if you go all rigid and tight, and as you fall, you're more likely to break things. Whereas if you allow yourself to fall, you're less likely to break something. That's not a fact, so that's just my thoughts on it. It's a childhood memory of mine of swinging on something and just letting it go and not breaking anything. So basically, if that resonates with you, then this is definitely your reading. If you're in a situation right now where you're feeling maybe an inability to be flexible, or you haven't been flexible in something, and this is causing you emotion at this time. Okay, so let's see what we have for you in your runes. We have Tiwaz, sacrifice, the ability to allow. And this is sometimes, you know, this rune can come out where there's a need to commit to yourself, commit to a higher good, to a higher purpose. And sometimes committing to a higher purpose means making a sacrifice, but also can mean allowing. And we have Gebo as well. So there is a need for balance here. There's a need for balance and love. This is really working with the heart center at this time. So this could be somebody going through a difficult experience in love, some kind of grief that you're going through at the moment. And Manas, the energy of awareness. You know, you're very aware of how you're feeling right now, and something doesn't feel quite right. It feels to me that you're aware there's a need to be flexible, and in not being flexible, you're feeling like you're going to break. Okay, let's get into the cards and see what is this situation then that you need to be flexible in. Okay. It's very difficult, very, very difficult. Okay, so there's some kind of conflict, and we've got the Queen of Pentacles coming out with the Five of Wands. This is current situation. So there's some kind of conflict to do with something that's very nurturing. There is love here. There's something that you do feel love for or feel nurturing for. There's an element of responsibility here as well, or a role that you perhaps could play, but there's something conflicting about it. There's some kind of, it's almost like it is attainable, it's reachable, but there's something that's pulling you back. There's something that's holding you back from actually being able to reach it. So what is this challenge? Okay. You may be going over past memories, thinking about things, perhaps even looking over past pictures. I can sense somebody looking at a picture, perhaps of a person or a time in your life. What is this challenge? Okay, it's about change. It's about a new chapter in your life. There's a fear of change here, which is kind of stopping you from being flexible, because it's almost like maybe you don't want things to change, or there's a fear if things do change that it's not going to be good. It's not going to go well. Like a fear of stepping into something that you're not going to be able to, that's going to hurt, basically. That's what it feels like. Again, we've got that Six of Cups on the bottom. Now, what I'm feeling from this is that you are placing on a current situation the pain from the past. So this is where you've had a situation that's similar to the one that you're in right now, and that the inability to be flexible is because of fear of going through the same hurt, the same pain. Yeah, because what you want right now is for joy and happiness. You want to feel the love, and it's almost like when you start to open up to something, when you start to feel that, this creeps in again, this fear of like, well, what if this is going to happen again to me? Okay. But this is something that you want to manifest, that your intention is to have. And there's a lot of healing with this as well, because you have been heartbroken, or you are heartbroken. And I feel like there's been a decision made or a choice made or something where there hasn't been flexibility, and it's causing heartbreak. It's a very difficult situation. So what do you need to focus on right now? So if this is something that you're going through right now, I do offer healing sessions as well. So if you are interested in doing shamanic healing, we can do that through video call. So do let me know in the description box. My details are down there if you would like to book in for one of those sessions. Anyway, let's get back to this reading. So what do you need to focus on right now. Okay, so the Seven of Pentacles here is about nurturing. It's about looking after something that is important to you, that you've been working on for a little while. This is committing to something and nurturing it and allowing it to grow. You may have been unsuccessful in the past or felt like things can't grow, will never be able to grow, but I feel like something wants to change in that. But in order for it to change, you have to be flexible. Okay. What else do we have for you? Okay, so what do you need to let go of then to be flexible in this? What do you need to let go of to be flexible here? I've just got the Eight of Cups on here and the Knight of Cups. So there's something that you need to let go of that is about, it feels like trying to hold on to something that is maybe once was romantic but isn't there anymore. It doesn't feel like that anymore. And there's this sense of wanting that newness all the time, you know, of that kind of like when you step into a new relationship, that feeling that you get. So this is kind of encouraging you to, when you get to a point in a relationship where things feel less like the honeymoon period and more like an actual commitment, I feel a sense of that kind of creates this kind of conflicting energy, because there's a role to play there. There is a responsibility or a role to be made. And maybe that because of in the past, when you have done that and you've gone all in, it's actually turned out to hurt you or not be as good. My moonlight just switched on out there then, that's funny. So yeah, this is about letting go of something that you've walked away from before, but you keep feeling a sense of romance towards it. And it feels like this is what's blocking your flexibility right now, because that is keeping you stuck in a rigid way of thinking or way of being. And maybe you are staying in that because it feels comfortable or safe, because it's what you've always known. But there's something in this about you needing to be flexible with it. And that may mean walking away from this. Walking away from something that you know, is always just the initial kind of honeymoon phase feeling, and then it fizzles out, yeah? Because there is a need here for you to, it feels like there's something deeper. And if you are flexible with this, it's actually, you are committing to yourself. You're committing to your highest good, to what's highest good for you. And it is going to bring balance to your life. You know, it's going to bring a lot of love, a lot of balance, the balance between the masculine and the feminine, it feels like. So it's very secure. And it is actually, with Manas and the Seven of Pentacles, it's kind of like some kind of legacy that you'll be leaving behind with this as well. So for some, this may actually be a long-term commitment. Yeah, but there's a need here for courage, bravery, because this is actually, it's sending you on a healing path. And that's why I feel sometimes there may be this fear of change. But you are, you know, Spirit is trying to align you with something for your highest good, for your greater good. And you've received this because of something that you said or done, some kind of intention that you set a little while ago. Now, this may have been a year ago, or it may have been a few years ago, but you set an intention, and this is starting to align you with what's going on in your life, with the people that are around you, there's an energy of, so this kind of energy with the King of Wands is like someone who is very charismatic, someone who is very attractive, especially maybe to the opposite sex. Now, this energy, it kind of ties in with this Knight of Cups here that's suggesting of what to leave behind. So it's kind of saying what I'm getting from this. This might not be for everybody, but if you're watching this, it may be that perhaps if you do enjoy the initial first meetings with a person and you enjoy the excitement of dating, of getting with somebody, having that time with somebody, but then as soon as it gets like, oh, this is actually going to turn into something serious or into, you know, a deeper connection or a deeper relationship, that's where you may then go and look for something else. But the King of Wands in the reverse here on the bottom of the deck is kind of suggesting, almost like at the back of your mind is the thought of like leaving that alone now, of sort of like you're done with that. You want to experience something on a deeper level, but in order to do that, you have to walk away from that kind of romanticizing how things should be. And as soon as the initial phase has run its course, it's being able to stay within something. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So let's see, what do you, okay, I'm going to put them back because I didn't actually ask anything there. So what is the future of this right now? What is the future of where you're at right now? What can you expect? Okay, this is difficult. It's a very, very difficult situation by the look of it, and it seems like there's like a breadth of different thoughts and reactions. So I'm going to pick one of the cards out. So let's see. Okay. So the future of this right now is about nurturing the self. This is what Tiwaz is all about. It's kind of like spend some time on your own for you, learning to know what it is that you need and what you want. And then it's going through the process of making a sacrifice and being flexible in what it is that you need and want at this time. Okay. There's a feeling of someone feeling hurt a lot, feeling like they're going through a similar process continuously and it hurts. And this is starting to become, you're starting to become really aware of what's happening here. Yeah, and it's kind of making you feel a little bit isolated in some respects. It's sort of like you never really feel alone. You're not lonely, but sometimes you do feel a little bit down in a situation. Manas can also represent that sometimes, of like a feeling of not depression, but, you know, feeling low, feeling down. And this, what I'm getting from this is somebody that just wants to be loved, somebody that wants to be loved, somebody that wants to be committed to, but is feeling a lot of disappointment, especially in relationships. That's really weird. Just flip that over to the lovers. So there's a deep desire for love. There's a deep desire for the one, for a connection that is deep. Now, two cards flipped over there. What were they? Oh. So we have the King of Cups in the reverse position. So there's a lot of emotions being held back here. Perhaps this is that protecting yourself kind of energy, you know, not feeling secure perhaps enough to open up emotionally about how you're feeling. But I feel like this is about to change. You are starting to become very self-aware, recognising what your needs are. I can see somebody really embarking on a deep spiritual inner journey here. So you may be listening to meditations or doing some inner work to understand yourself on a deeper level. So understanding what it is that you need to let go of. I feel like you've understood that actually before you can commit to anything else or anybody else, you need to commit to yourself first. You're starting to realise that that is very necessary at this time. And I feel like that is what Spirit is trying to guide you on. So let's see what advice they do have for you right now. What advice does Spirit have for you right now? Okay, so the advice here is to do some careful planning. There's some kind of strategic way of going about things that you need to embody at this time. But for some, this could be, you know, going on a particular journey on your own. So for some, this could actually be going out into the world to a different place, spending time under some kind of discipline. So whether that could be, you know, practicing Buddhism or some other kind of discipline that you feel you need to do at this time. So there is an energy of you taking some time out to yourself. Now I feel like this could be in the next few weeks that you're going to start to do this. And that's actually strengthening the foundation with yourself, and it's giving you some freedom because you're actually freeing yourself from something that's made you feel bound. You know, you have this energy of like, you're starting to realize you want some form of commitment, and you know, surface level and shallow connections aren't doing it for you anymore. You want something on a deeper level, but there's a fear or a feeling of you don't want to be hurt again. You don't want to go through that again. Okay, so what else do we have for you as advice for right now? What advice do we have right now for you? Okay, so advice right now is about friendship. It's about being around people that you know love and support you, and that you can trust at this time. Tell people how you feel. Express yourself on a deeper level, and you'll be surprised the people that will actually support you, that will actually look out for you, and maybe give you even some sound advice. That might be difficult if you're not used to opening up like that. You might be the person that people come to, but now it's your time. It's your time to be heard, to be listened to. Do we have any more advice for you at this time? Okay, we've got... Ooh. Okay. The advice here, I feel like there is some kind of connection already. There's some kind of relationship or something already, which I feel relates to this, of like something about nurturing but conflicted about. And there's an energy here of you do want something to commit to. You do want this. So put your intention into exactly what it is that you want, and be very clear on what your intention is. Aha! And we have the 10 of Cups on the bottom of there. So that's unusual with the 2 of Cups coming out and then the 10 of Cups on the bottom. You aren't that far away from something that fulfills your wishes, that you want to manifest. It feels very simple what you're looking for. It's not a difficult thing. But there are some things that need to be sacrificed in order for you to commit to this, and in order for your higher purpose to be explored. There is love coming into your life. There is something that holds this balance, but you do need to be aware of what needs to change in order for that to happen, what flexibility there needs to be in order for that to happen. So I'm going to see, what are your hopes and fears right now around this? Okay, so your hopes are about being seen and having some kind of triumph about this. Being proud of yourself, I feel. It's like people seeing you in a good light, people knowing what you're doing. I can see somebody, it's almost like it could be yourself. It's almost like you want to post something on social media, or you want to do something that kind of celebrates somebody else. It's like you want to show some kind of appreciation here. That's what I'm getting from this. And this is coming out about your hopes and fears. So it's almost like you're hoping that something that you do is going to be appreciated. There's a fear that it won't be. What else do we have for your hopes and fears? Do you have anything else? Okay, yeah, victory. You're hoping for something to be You're hoping to be victorious in something here that you are planning to do. So again, there's that element of needing flexibility. So if you are flexible in this, then you're flexible about any outcomes as well. So the hopes and fears is all about pride, victory, and triumph. So it's about wanting to win, about wanting a good outcome on this. Okay. So let's see what your outcome is going to be, shall we? Let's try that again. What is your outcome going to be to do with this? Okay. Your outcome is a very positive one. It's the High Priestess. So the outcome here is exactly what you're thinking. What your intention is, you're going to be triumphant in it. It will happen, it will manifest. That dream that you're having is going to happen. We cannot make this stuff up. It comes out how it comes out. I'm getting something about a badge, like a missing badge or something, or like a pendant or something like that, that kind of, you know, you stick onto clothes and things. It could be like a medal or a badge or something like that that's missing, that you are looking for or want to find as well. I don't know what that's all about, but that just came through. So do we have anything else for you on your outcome today? Two of Wands, yeah. So making a good decision about your future. This is something that with the High Priestess on here, I feel like you already know what you're heading towards and what is the right decision for you, for your greater good. You know what brings you balance. You know what brings you stability. So there's just this need of being flexible to achieve it. There's a need for that balance, for that giving and receiving. So this may be an opportunity to look at what changes you can make or need to make in order for this to manifest, to happen. So I'm going to pick one more of these Sacred Forest Oracle cards. Just see overall the energy now, since we've been talking, since you've been watching this video. Where is your energy now? What can we share with you? Wood Nymph and Beauty. Beauty. That's nice. That's good. What number is that? 52. So I'm going to read this to you to finish off this reading. Okay, so number 52 on here. The Wood Nymph. Radiant, glorious beauty is growing within you. Let beauty be your North Star to guide you. What feels as well as what looks lovely will sustain and nourish you. Yeah, what feels as well as what looks lovely will sustain and nourish you. Your ability to see inner depths around you is in direct correlation with a remarkable, sumptuous life. Create harmony and peace within your home, even doing so in small ways, such as a vase of flowers, a scented candlelit bath, can make a difference. Relax and surround yourself with comfort and elegance. The more you acknowledge beauty in your environment, in yourself, in others, the more it will fill your life. You are truly and utterly gorgeous and lovable. As you cherish yourself, the luminescence around you will grow. Some of you may have needed to hear that. The nymphs of ancient Greek folklore are beautiful supernatural beings of the forest. Their appearance here symbolises at your own beauty. Both inner and outer is growing. There are many accounts of travellers walking through a forest and seeing wood nymphs bathing in the sunlight in the grotto, or next to a stream or pool, singing or dancing. Follow the example of the nymphs. Relax, spend time in nature, sing and dance with joy. So they're saying, remarkable spiritual beauty is growing within you. Be aware of the beauty that is around you, and splendour will expand in your life. Create beauty in your home, even in the smallest ways, and an inner grace will radiate out from you. So allow yourself to be flexible, and this will allow beauty to be in your life, in all areas of your life. I'm going to leave that reading there for you. If that resonates with you and you would like a personalised reading, my details are down in the description box, so please do get in touch. And if you do feel that you are in need of discussing any healing work as well, then please do get in touch, as I can help you with that too. And I will speak to you all very soon. Have a blessed day.